Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Crew of Keith here, and today I'm giving you a little look at my good old games account and what games I have on there. Let's take a look. So yeah, I thought I'd not show off, but just show you what I have in my good old games account. I'm sure some of you might be interested. Obviously I'm a games collector and I prefer physical games, but I'm not a hypocrite as well. I do enjoy the convenience of using services like Good Old Games and Steam. My Steam account has nearly 600 games in it, so I'm not going to do a look through. I might do it actually one day, just scroll through it really quickly. But Good Old Games is great for old games and retro stuff, as well as brand new games. So let's go into my library and see exactly what I have. I have 85 games. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So what have we got here? Akalabet World of Doom. Don't know what it is. Probably some of these were free on a Humble Bundle compilations. Alien vs Predator. That was an amazing game. I have a physical copy of this and its add-ons. It's just a great game. B-17 Flying Fortress. If you're into flight sims. It was a classic. I've always loved flight sims. I haven't really played much in my later life, but back in the day I was non-stop on flight sims. Battlezone, what a game. It's just so great. I'm planning to do a playthrough of this. It's like it's a strategy game. If you haven't played it, it's a strategy game. So you move your units around and you produce resources, all this kind of stuff, but you can also go right into the vehicles and take part in the battles from a first-person view. It's really, really good. Beneath Steel Sky, great point-and-click game. I got that free as well. Played it on the Amiga back in the day a little bit. Biomenace, I don't know what it is. Carmageddon 2, that was just a great game. When this was released, they removed all the pedestrians and replaced them with zombies because there was so much controversy over the game, and there was patches and stuff came on computer magazines back in the day because the internet wasn't very as widespread used as it is now, so you could get some of the PC format magazines gave you the patch to bring back the blood and the pedestrians. Carmageddon TTR is an updated version of it. Clive Barker's Undying is an amazing game. I did a little let's play of that just to give you all a look at it, so it's either on my channel now or will be. Crisis is Crisis, a great game, such a graphical powerhouse when it came out, and there was always that term like, but will it run Crisis, when people were getting new PCs. I love the first game, still haven't played 2 or 3, and I own many different iterations of them. Crystals of Arborea, I don't know what it is. Cuphead, I got that because it was popular with a lot of YouTubers. I did one video with it, just didn't like it. It's very difficult, and it's well known for being difficult, but it's not my cup of tea really. It looks amazing though. The graphical style in it is just amazing, like a 1920s or 1930s Disney style cartoon. It really is good. And where was I? Daikatana, God, the John Romero crap game. Delta Force, brilliant. I wanted to do a let's play of it, but I was having trouble getting the capture software to work on it. It was a first-person shooter, tactical first-person shooter, but the graphical style, it used voxel graphics. Oh, terrible screenshots there. Yeah, voxel graphics. Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition, amazing game. Oh, amazing game. I've only played a couple of hours of it like 15 years ago or something, and always to this day I keep saying I must get into it, must get back into it. But just so much hours of gameplay in it, it's a huge commitment to play the game. Doom 2, awesome. That's all I need to say about it. Dungeon Hack, man. Dungeon Keeper 2, that is just an amazing game. Have to do a let's play. I just enjoyed playing that so much. You run a dungeon and you lure heroes in to fight your bad guys, and it's a strategy game, but it's just so good. Dying Light, The Following, I started that, have to get back into it. Great game. I loved Dead Island, and it's by the same people that made Dead Island. A lot of people say it's 100 times better, just haven't had a chance to get into it properly. Elder Scrolls Arena, great game. I could never get, when I was back in the day when I was buying computer magazines, it was at the top 10 of the genres in the back. this was always the #1 role-playing game. But you know, I was a kid. It wasn't in the shops anymore. I just didn't. I couldn't get it ever. So it did pass me by back then. And the funny thing is, in here you can go to the likes of Skyrim, and you can go to Morrowind in it. It's brilliant. Like you were walking around in Skyrim in 1992. So cool. Part 2 was Daggerfall, which again, when it came out, it needed a monster PC to run, and I never had it. Never played it back then. Escalon, not too sure what it is. F-178 Nighthawk, what a great game. And it's so funny, it's a simulation of the F-117A bomber, and even to this day it still has the A like for an attack. Well, it has A for an attack, it's not a fighter, but people wish it was a fighter. So in this simulation they added guns and air-to-air missiles and stuff, so you could actually play as a fighter, which was a bit ridiculous. The Falcon games, I loved them. They were really, really hardcore simulations, so if you're into hardcore sims, it's worth checking them out. Far Cry was a great game. I think the original Far Cry was a better experience than the ones that have come after it, but I've just not been into them. The only one I've played from start to finish was Far Cry 2, set in Africa, and it was such a different experience, so I think it's just kind of turned me off the later ones. Final Doom, awesome, it's just the original Doom with bits and pieces. The Amazon Queen, I don't know what it is. Free Space 2, or Conflict of Free Space 2, was it's just an amazing shooter. Excuse me. Okay, the screenshots don't do much justice, do they? No, okay. It's a great shooter, trust me. Free Space 2. Hard West, I don't know what that is. IL-2, another amazing flight sim. I put so many hours into the original IL-2. The 1946 version is the kind of what if the war went on another year, we'd have had lots of jet-to-jet fighter encounters. Jet-to-jet battles? Jet versus jet, well, I'm trying to say. Ishar 1 and 2 I never played, but Ishar 3 I played on the Amiga, and oh my god, what an experience. And what a difficult, convoluted game. The storyline was so bizarre, but the experience walking around in the forest, I just remember back then I felt like I was in a forest. So good. Ishar 3, where is it? There we are. Knights of the Sky, played that on the Amiga. It was my first ever flight sim experience, and I loved it so much. When I first seen Knights of the Sky running on a friend's Amiga, I remember thinking this is like watching a movie, which was a ridiculous thing to think because movies aren't blocky, textureless things. Okay. Lure of the Temptress, brilliant game, played it on the Amiga. The Virtual Theatre Engine, I think it was called. Magic Carpet, oh, just amazing as well. Master of Orion, never played it. Medal of Honor games, they are just amazing. Menzo Baranzan was a role-playing game, oh my god, and I finished it, it was so good. And it had slightly higher resolution graphics than was the norm back in 1992 on DOS. It was a Dungeons and Dragons game, and I remember a lot of people couldn't get past one level because there was a tiny little keyhole hidden in a random room in a dungeon. If you couldn't find that keyhole, you weren't progressing anywhere in the game, and randomly I did. But I remember reading a lot of people saying they just couldn't get past that room where that keyhole was. Noctropolis, oh my god. I played this when I first got my PC in '94. It was a kind of interactive movie type. You're playing like a Batman type character, and there was like nipples in it and nude stuff. Oh, it was so good and so controversial. The naked women were in it. Pizza Populous, an amazing game, a god game, very good. Quake 4, I loved Quake 4, that was great. Quake 2 I never played, and I probably never will play, because it just passed me by, but Quake 4 was great. Ravenloft, Stone Prophet, there are some old role-playing games, they're great. Red Baron and Red Baron 3D. Red Baron 3D I just played the life out of, it was amazing. Return to Castle Wolf. My god, I lose the ability to speak when I'm doing these videos, it's very interesting. Must be a psychological thing. Anyway, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was amazing. Rime, I've never played, I have to do it. Rise of the Triad was a Doom kind of clone. Oh, that's a 2013 version which I haven't played, but the original was a Doom clone. It was just insane, very gory. Sensible Soccer 2006 is a classic, and then the original Sensible World of Soccer, I used to play that to death on the Amiga. Settlers 2, the 10th anniversary. This is like a graphical overhaul. It's a 3D version of the Settlers 2. It's really good. Shadow Warrior, didn't play it. Spore, the hullabaloo when this came out, and it was great, but I never really got into it. And it's only when you play it for like hours that the game really opens up with space travel and domination and stuff like that. Never did play it. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, absolute classic. And Rogue Squadron 3D, amazing. Star Crawlers, I don't know what it is, or Star Gunner. Stonekeep, my god, I'm gonna do a let's play of Stonekeep. That was an epic role-playing game, but it was still in the kind of Eye of the Beholder style. You move in like section by section. It's not real 3D. Strike Commander, it was very like Wing Commander in the way it's set up with the story, but it was a simulation. A simulator of the F-16, which is great. Stunt Island, have not played it. Sunless Sea, don't know what it is. Tacky on the Fringe, great space shooter. The original Settlers 2. The Witcher 2 and 3, which I've never played, and The Witcher 3 I'm dying to play. Team Hospital, Team Park, just all good. Tyrion 2000, don't know what it is. Ultimate Doom, did I not just have Doom earlier? I don't know. Ultimate Underworld 1 and 2, these were amazing. These predated, these were out before Doom and have Doom style engines, 3D engines. I have to do a let's play of them as well. Unreal was an amazing game too. Vampire the Masquerade, another amazing game. Wing Commander Prophecy, another amazing game. And we got Wing Commander Secret Ops, the add-on, and then we got Worlds of Ultima. So that's my good old games video game collection. Hope you liked the video. Leave a like, please subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye 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 bye. If you like that video and if you like what I do on the channel, please leave a like and please subscribe because it helps very much. Thank you.